Hello, everyone. Welcome for joining in. In today's Power BI edition, we will talk about scatter plot for profitability analysis. Scatter plot is good at visualizing correlations between two variables. Before we dive in, let's take a look together the basic financial concept of profitability analysis. There are three ways to optimize profit. First, increase sales. Second, enhance gross margin. Third, control fixed costs. It's also good to bear in mind, in an ideal world, all variables perform as expected, but often they don't. This makes it crucial to manage all variables to optimize profit. Next, I will show you a scatter plot published in Power BI Service. In this scatter plot, net profit year-on-year growth is on the x-axis, while net profit margin year-on-year growth on y-axis. At the same time, the bubble size is net profit. If we choose one country as example, Philippines is one of the outliers in this scatter plot. It tells us Philippines has year-on-year growth in both net profit and net profit margin. Let's continue to drill down to other correlated variables. Sales as a starter. Philippines showed year-on-year growth in sales. Next, gross profit. While sales was increasing, the gross profit margin also increased year-on-year. When it comes to fixed costs, even though the fixed costs total value increased year-on-year in Philippines, the costs growth slower than sales, resulting fixed cost percentage of sales decreased year-on-year. This created favorable operating leverage. As an end result, net profit increased year-on-year in Philippines. That is a perfect example. All the variables moved to correct direction. With this in mind, we will create scattered plot step by step by using a case example. There are two prerequisites to create a scatter plot. The first one, we will need a Power BI desktop. The second, we will need to create the related measures. In this example, under data model, data fact table, I created already the related measures, such as sales, gross profit, fixed costs, and net profit. In addition to that, the time intelligence related calculations like year-on-year growth. We just talked about step one, prerequisite for scatter plot. This will lead us to step two, select scatter plot from visuals. Let's go to visuals. Select scatter plot. Create scattered plot. We need x-axis, y-axis, legend, and size. Step 3. Let's create 3 parameters for x-axis, y-axis, and size. Go to Modeling, New Parameter, Fields. Because I created related measures already, I will just select and use. First, sales year-on-year growth. Second, gross profit year-on-year growth. Third, fixed costs year-on-year growth. In the end, net profit year-on-year growth. Rename parameter. Create. When the parameter is created, let's go to Data Model and choose the newly created parameter. We'll be able to change the display name. The first one, sales year-on-year, is good. The second one is going to be gross profit year-on-year. The third, fixed costs year-on-year. In the end, net profit year-on-year. Step 4. Let's do some simple formatting for this parameter. Go to Format, Slicer Setting, choose Tile. Selection, enable Symbol Select. Under Title, we can input manually the name. We can also change the color and the size. Similarly, for values, all the paddings can be adjusted just to save space. All right, we just completed the step number 4, formatting for the parameter. Following the same process, you'll be able to create parameter for y-axis and bubble size. We will not repeat this whole process. This will lead us to step number 5, create scatter plot. Enable the visual. Choose x-axis. That is going to be this new parameter we just created. Drag and drop. Y-axis is going to be the key figures year-on-year growth percentages. Legend, country, and bubble size. We just created basic scatter plot. In step number 6, we will do formatting for this scatter plot. Choose the visual again. First, title. Change the color, size, and position for the best user experience. The legend is good, but it requires lots of eye movement to match each and every legend to the bubble. Let's close legend. At the same time, enable category label. The name for the x-axis and the y-axis are good in this case. When we choose between different variables, it helps us to identify two variables selected. Similarly, we can adjust the size for each. Step number 7, we will be creating 4 quadrants for profitability analysis. Under Format, choose Reference Line, Add Line, X-axis. Change the color as you wish. Add another line, Y-axis. We just created 4 quadrants, where the right side are countries with positive net profit year-on-year growth, and the left side, countries with negative net profit year-on-year growth. Quadrant 1 highlights countries with high growth and high margin. Clockwise, Quadrant 2 are countries with high growth and low margin. Quadrant 3, low growth, low margin. Quadrant 4, low growth and high margin. This framework helps in identifying where different countries within a company stand in terms of profitability and growth, guiding decisions to enhance overall performance. To recap, there are 3 variables in profitability analysis: sales, gross margin, and fixed costs. By utilizing scattered plot, we can analyze the correlation between different variables, eventually optimizing net profit. Thank you for listening.